Ladies and gentlemen, it is a big, weird, wild world out there, and here we stand, folks, al pie del cañón, ready for anything. I'm Rob Grams, that's Ladyboy, and you're listening to...
The ProBoh Show!
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the ProBoh Show. How you doing out there? It is, well, for those of us watching live, Friday night. Welcome. Yeah, it's a glorious time. We're almost at the end of the week. We only have this show to get through. If you're like us, that is. How are you doing, friends? We've got Chusky, Nuria, Ravdos, Ladyboy, JC. We've got all the coolest people in the chat right now. It is currently 8 p.m. on a Friday night, Central European time. It is 2 in the afternoon, Eastern Standard Time. 5 a.m. in Australia and 6 p.m. in the UK. All right, there you go. There's your times. If you're listening to this on the radio, it is 8:30. So good morning to you. All right, let's see what's coming up in the show. In the show, we have got 2 amazing complete the news bits. We're going to look at a strip club in Colorado. Don't worry, we'll keep it family friendly. We're also going to look at a woman suing Arizona City, and why she's doing it. That's in Complete the News. And in 100 Humans, we're gonna find out where you hear your best jokes, or at least where you hear new jokes. And that's it all in the second half, guys. In the first half, we've got an amazing unpopular opinion that was quite unpopular today, even though you guys. People didn't agree. Do you know how it was on Instagram?
Yeah, 67% disagree.
67% disagree. And I think mainly people disagreed on Twitter too. If you want to participate in those polls, guys, it's very easy. You just go to Twitter, @ PROBOH, or Instagram @ Professional Bohemian, Bohemio Profesional, but in English. Becky's here. It's 7 p.m. here in the UK. Clocks go back on Sunday. So from Sunday, it'll be 6 p.m. Thank you, Becky. I've been saying that wrong for days. My God. Dude, my mum's always in the chat. Why didn't she correct me just once? What else was I going to say? Well, yeah, there we go. That's we've got an unpopular opinion. But before we get to that, we're going to get to this. I'm here, you're here. Let's see what's happening in the world. Quite a lot. Ladyboy, you missed the show yesterday.
Yeah, well, I could hear the half of it.
The first half. In the first half, you'll have caught us talking about Elon Musk. Now, before we get into any kind of new news, I've got a follow-up on Mr. Musk. Immediately after taking control officially of Twitter, he fired the CEO, the Chief Executive Officer, El Gran Jefe. He fired 3 other top executives. And he's getting rid of, or he's going to get rid of, permanent bans on users. Does that mean we're going to see Donald Trump come back to Twitter? What do you think, Ladyboy?
I think so.
You think?
Yeah.
It's not going to be very good for his advertising, though, eh? Advertisers are going to be scared of Donald Trump coming back to Twitter.
Of course.
And quite rightly so. You know what I mean? Quite rightly so. In my mind. I mean, look, I know we all have our own opinions on that here. But look, I mean, he did incite quite a lot of violence. I mean, that's okay. That's currently being investigated right now. So who knows how people will, or how the American legal system will fall on that. I mean, there is another argument to be had there, whether he's found guilty, whether there'll be any kind of prosecution against him being an ex-president.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I'm going to say that probably not. I don't think anything is going to happen to Donald Trump, even if he's found guilty. I really don't. Chusky, Musk is an alien. Have you seen his face closely? What's wrong with his face, Chusky? I don't know. I haven't seen it that closely where I've thought he's an alien. What is it about his face that makes him alien-esque? Also, in other news, the original the original bad boy of rock and roll, Jerry Lee Lewis, died. like literally maybe 30 minutes ago maximum. The Jerry Lee Lewis, famous for Great Balls of Fire, died at the age of 87. You know Jerry Lee Lewis, Ladyball?
Yeah.
Goodness gracious, great balls of fire. Dun, 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 dun.
Yeah.
You shake my nose and you rattle my brain. Dun, 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 dun.
Mítico.
Mítico. What do you know about him?
No. There are songs.
Yeah, that's it. I mean, most people just know his songs. But he was actually the first kind of bad boy of rock and roll. Drug and alcohol abuse. He married his 13-year-old cousin. Dude. Yeah, him and Rudy Giuliani have something in common there. So the original bad boy of rock and roll passed away. He died in his home in Memphis, Tennessee. A representative confirmed just a few hours ago, I think. I mean, I got this notification on my phone as I was preparing the notes for today's show. So there you go. It's fresh off the press. Weird face, says Chusky. I think he's talking about Elon, not Jerry
about
Lee.
Elon.
But what is it about his face that's weird? Do you think Elon's got a weird face, Ladybug?
A little bit.
Yeah?
Yeah.
I would never have said he's got what's weird about his face?
I don't know. But he has something...
I mean, he has that typical millionaire kind of psycho gaze.
Yeah, maybe.
That unfeeling like a fish or a cow. But, I don't know. I don't know him well enough to know if that's the way he actually is. I wouldn't say he had a weird face, though. I mean, Jeff Bezos has a weird face. Brilliant hairstyle, weird face. Oh no, who died today section is back. Yeah, exactly. I mean, he was an old man. And apparently not a very nice man. I mean, one of his ex-wives accused him of physical abuse. She said in an interview in the 80s or 89, 80. Oh, let me see if I can find this. Ooh, where was it? 80. In an interview in 1989. Wow, look at that. What a memory. If I was still married to Jerry, I'd probably be dead now. His ex-wife said of him. Yeah. She alleged physical and mental cruelty that nearly drove her to suicide. Poor woman. But he's dead now, so, all right, what else? Let's see. We've got, how many people out there looking for jobs? I know like a bunch. The employment market's weird right now. If you've got kind of a job in a traditional trade, you're probably swamped with work. But if you're in kind of marketing or audiovisual, you might be going a little bit desperate. Mm-hmm. Right? You were a little while ago, right? Yeah. Interesting study released its results today. The top 5 most in-demand freelancing jobs. This is from freelancer.com's Fast 50 Index, based on nearly 300,000 jobs posted on the site from July to September. In first place, Android app development. I mean, man, I would have no idea how to develop an Android app. I'm not smart enough. You know what I mean? I'm sure it takes skills that I don't have. Nuriatam put her hand up. Me. Well, there you go. Android app development. Ajax. Do you know what Ajax is, Ladybug? Other than a floor cleaner?
A program platform or something like that.
Don't feel bad. I had no idea what Ajax was either.
Okay. Asynchronous,
JavaScript, and XML. Oh. So yeah, it's kind of programming. An application programming interface. Yeah. It's the second and third most in-demand freelance needs on the list. And the third is API. So, actually, ironically, Gandalf has just come into chat, and that's what Gandalf does.
Yeah.
Yeah, API is how basically websites communicate with each other. Here's one for and then we get into things that all of us can, or at least I can relate to. Then the number fourth most in-demand freelancing skill is blog writing. blog writing, and 5th, YouTube content. Now, that doesn't mean like people are asking for influencers. YouTube content is in terms of marketing. So they're looking for filming, editing, script writing, and marketing for the platform. So there you go. If you're looking for work, apparently those are your top 5 most in-demand things in the market. Android app development, Ajax, which today I learned was asynchronous JavaScript and XML. No idea. API, blog writing, and YouTube. I know what that is, says Gandalf. Ladybug for the win, says Ravdos. And what else? God, there's a lot of news today. I'm sorry if I'm going a little fast. Not my fault. Dude, I want to share something with you guys. I'm not going to give you any spoilers, okay? But you're going to see something come on the screen if you're watching.
I can read it.
If you're watching right now. Okay, I want to know your opinions on this. I'll read the caption for you. Scientists at Princeton University have reconstructed this 3D model of how Adam, the first human being created by God, might have looked. What's your... I realize that this is mainly an audio show. Don't worry, I'll let you in on the joke in a second, my podcast listeners. Gandalf, Ravdos, yeah. This is a tweet. Who will do umbrellas of chairs or jewels if everybody just worked in front of a PC? Yeah, I mean, I guess most freelancing jobs tend to be very computer focused. Freelancing is semi-autonomous, I guess. So, yeah, to get you in on the joke, basically, there has been a trend recently of famous people's digital scans being posted in humorous ways. And this one that I'm talking about is a picture, a 3D scan of Vin Diesel, the actor from Fast and Furious franchise. Yeah, Ravdos and Gandalf got it straight away. This was posted by Alamo Drafthouse, a theater chain in the US. And it's hilarious. It's been retweeted nearly 22,000 times and liked 236,000 times. It has gone mega viral, as a lot of these have done. If you're a Twitter user, for sure you've seen other posts like this, and maybe you've just skipped over them. But keep your eye out; they are constantly appearing on the trending list on Twitter. All right, what else do we have? Wow, there's just so much to talk about. But instead of talking about those things, you know what we're going to do, guys? We're going to go to an unpopular opinion.
Unpopular opinion.
That's Adam. God was drunk, says Chusky. It's actually a scan of Vin Diesel. Gaga was Mary, I think. Yeah, they. I can't remember who it was who posted it, but a 3D scan of Lady Gaga was posted as if it was a 3D scan of the Virgin Mary. Hilarious. True Chusky, but I have 6 recruiters in a bidding war to get me after the first year. Wow. So there is that for sitting in front of a PC. Exactly. Wowee. Andre the Giant was another one. Okay. So, what's an unpopular opinion? Occasionally I have a brain fart, guys. I have a brain fart. Un pedo cerebral or un...
nada?
Pedo de cerebro?
No.
No?
You
Pedo
said
cerebral.
it right first time.
Oh, goddamn. And I spoil it. And I spoil it for myself. And I will post it on my social media. That's at ProBoh on Twitter or at Professional Bohemian on Instagram. And today's unpopular opinion, you guys vote on them, so feel free to follow me on either of those 2 platforms so you can keep up with what I'm talking about. People vote on them, and today's was a very unpopular opinion. Oh, my sweet summer children, prepare to be educated. Here we go. Today's unpopular opinion was British cuisine is just as good as, and I will argue better than many, other national cuisines. Why are you laughing? Stop laughing.
Okay.
This is a meme And it's an unfair stereotype. British cuisine is delicious. Okay. Why are you laughing?
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm tired. Yes, tired.
There is nothing. You enjoyed British cuisine when you were back at mine.
I enjoyed it very much.
Of all the things you tried, what was your favourite?
Fish and chips.
Fish and chips. A staple. A classic. Is anybody prepared to argue with... What?
The other thing we went with your mom.
The Sunday roast.
Yes.
Oh, now you know. I agree with Ladybo, says Chusky. You don't even... She could say anything there. She could say Martian is the best food, and you'd agree with her. Gandalf says, what are we eating tonight? British food. Which restaurant chain is that? Come on. British food. See, here's a common stereotype that Gandalf has just highlighted there. Britain doesn't have a cuisine. Wrong. Wrong.
I agree.
From the full... You agree that Britain doesn't have a cuisine?
No.
Why?
Because it doesn't.
It does. The full English breakfast, Yorkshire pudding, black pudding, which is similar but better than the Spanish morcilla. Toad in the hole, spotted dick, jellied eels, pie and mash, shepherd's pie, fish fingers and baked beans, Scotch egg, sausage roll, trifle, Eton mess, steak and kidney pudding, rice pudding, jam roly-poly, fish and chips, scones. The list is endless, my friends. There are so many British dishes that you haven't either A, haven't tried, or B, just continue the meme for a quite frankly outdated and lazy opinion. Do you know where the opinion comes from? Do you know where it originates, this idea that British food is bland and bad? Ladybug, that's for you.
No, I don't.
Okay, well, allow me to elaborate. It's a lazy stereotype. During the Second World War, or at least the second half of it, and even after it had finished, into the 50s, there were lots of US soldiers stationed in the UK. Okay? And lots. And over that time, there was a ration, and quite a strict ration. A weekly World War II food ration for one adult was 2 to 3 pints of milk, 8 ounces of sugar, an egg, 2 ounces of cheese, 4 ounces of margarine, 4 ounces of cooking fat, 2 ounces of butter, a pound of preserves, which is jam, every 2 months, jam, mermelada, 4 ounces of bacon, meat to the value of, a little bit of meat, and 12 ounces of sweeties every 4 weeks. Notice that there is no vegetables on there, you know. It was a very, very poor and strict ration. British food, some 75 years ago, you could argue, yes, was bland. And that is where the stereotype started. Not just through the war, but even after the war, when the rationing continued, it was very, very cheap to come to Europe. And the food in Britain at that time was still under a strict ration. Bland and... and you were going to eat very filling, fatty, but humble food. Robbie's blaming the bad food on Germany. No. I blame him for other things, but not the bad food. Everything is a pie or battered. That is not true. That is not true. And you know that for a fact because you've been there and you've tried British food. Preach it, Ravdos. Don't be blaming the US for bad British cuisine. But the stereotype started there. It started there with our American friends, and also people from southern and other parts of Europe visiting Britain while they were still on a ration right after the war, sampling British food, which was obviously very humble at that time. And things have changed a lot in 75 years, like as you can imagine. And we have some of the best variety of food that I would argue over any national dish. Look at tikka masala, for example. Ladyboy, have you ever tried tikka masala?
I don't think so.
No, but seem to have an opinion on British food. All of you do.
That's Indian,
It's
right?
not Indian. It was created in Britain by an Indian gentleman, inspired by other Indian dishes.
Okay.
Well, by an Indian gentleman of Indian descent. That's like saying it's like saying I'm Italian. I was born and raised in England. So that's where the bad reputation started in the mid 40s, early 50s, through and towards the end and after the Second World War. And quite simply put, it's not fair. There are 195 countries in the world, friends. 195. 193 recognized by the UN. 195. The list of the top chefs, the top 100 chefs in the world, 5 of them are from the UK. That is not a country that is bad at cooking, friends. That's 5%. You know what I mean? I'm not going to shame all the Americans that are in here, but yeah, you have one person on the list too. Well done. In fact, Spanish people I would forgive for laughing at this, because Spanish people actually kill it in the top 100 chefs. The number 1 chef in the world, David Munoz, is Spanish. And there are 16 Spanish chefs in the list. Yeah, go on, do it.
Nivelazo.
If anyone, I will forgive a Spaniard for saying Britain has bad food. I will definitely not let an American say that. Definitely not. Because let's be frank, folks. Americans, you have no right. Like most of your gifts to the world of cuisine are what I would call comfort food. And comfort food is basically Britain's bread and butter. That's the kind of food we make too. Let's see. I love meat pies, fish and chips, shepherd's pie, toad in the hole, and English breakfast without the beans. Why the hell the beans? The war is over. Because baked beans are delicious. I haven't been to the UK, so I really can't talk about its food, but I've been in Amsterdam and I'm still looking for a good Dutch restaurant. France was not a good topic for the war, says Chusky, says Gandalf. Spain also was starving and never lost its cuisine. No, it didn't. It didn't lose its cuisine, but I'm pretty sure in Spain, agriculturally, you had access to fresh fruit, fresh vegetables to go along with the meat that is grown here. England is an island, and believe it or not, we don't have that much fresh fruit and vegetable growing for the population that we have. You know, quite a lot of it, even today, is imported. I like baked beans, but breakfast, yeah, it's a great breakfast food. We have a variety of food prepared in many different ways in Spain. Yeah, I'm not saying that Spanish cuisine is bad. What I'm saying is British cuisine isn't. Yeah, don't be so defensive. Don't be so defensive and open
be so defensive.
And open your eyes to the world of British cuisine, folks. Open your eyes. Cheddar cheese, you're welcome. Bangers and mash. No, don't mention it. We'll just give that to you. The Sunday roast. Guys, next time you go to England, try yourself a Sunday roast. Meat pies. Do you know the origin of meat pies? Like, British cuisine tells the history of the country, from tikka masala, from the influx of a workforce to the north of England, through the post-industrial revolution. Well, really during the 60s, 70s, where which you can track that history to tikka masala, to the medieval ages, where a meat pie was basically a packed lunch for a night, you know, so it didn't spoil while he was on his journey. The Sunday roast, Yorkshire pudding, English breakfast. You're welcome, guys, for all these delicious dishes that we've passed over to you. Scotch egg, shepherd's pie. British cuisine is just as good as any other national cuisine. And if you don't agree with that, that's because you A, haven't eaten enough British food, or B, are relying on a stereotype that, quite frankly, is out of date. It may have been true 75 years ago, but not now. British cuisine is just as good as any other national cuisine. Oh, he's getting passionate, the boy. He's getting passionate. That fascination with baked beans is like some holdover from the Dark Ages. Be flexible. See it my way, says Gandalf. I stayed for a month in the UK when I was a student, and after what I had from the family where I stayed, I went to McDonald's or Kentucky every single day. Oh, shame on you, Rafelka. Shame on you. That's a big range of travel there, Rafelka. Kentucky. Just get okay, Rob. We will meet someday in the UK, and I will follow you on a gastronomic journey through English cuisine. You should. You should. I mean, geez, one of the most famous, not best, famous chefs in America right now is British. You're welcome, Gordon Ramsay. All right, guys, that's all I've got time for this first half of the show. I'm going to drop a poll in the chat. You're going to tell me if I'm talking rubbish or if you agree. British food, British cuisine is just as good as any other national cuisine. That's my argument. You're going to say true or you're going to say false. Guys, a lot of things you could be doing today. Instead of doing those things, you're here with me and it means the world. See you soon. Hey guys, if you'd like to support the show, you can do so on Patreon. That's patreon.com/professional bohemian. There you'll find VODs of the episodes as they are recorded live, blogs, vlogs, and behind the scenes content. If you'd like to watch the show live, you can do so on twitch.tv/professional bohemian, and you can participate in the polls we use in the show on Instagram @professional bohemian or Twitter @ProBoh, PROBOH. Okay, on with the show.
The ProBoh Show!
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the show. You have no idea what you've just missed. The outtakes are only available on Patreon. I'm sorry, guys. Oh, welcome back to the show. You're tuned into the ProBoh Show. I'm your host, Rob Grams, aka ProBoh. I'm here with Lady Bo. For the last half hour of the show, what did you miss if you just tuned in? We looked at the visage of Adam that looks curiously like Vin Diesel. Adam was a family man. We did a little follow-up on Elon Musk. We looked at the 5 most in-demand freelancer jobs. Oh my god, we did a lot of news today. And then we got into today's unpopular opinion, which was British food, or British cuisine, not food, cuisine, yeah, is just as good as any other national cuisine. I'm not going to tell you the results of the poll until the end of the show. But you guys disappoint me. Just going to say it like that. You disappoint me. That's all I'm going to say. But at the end of the show, I'll tell you the results, because the real decision makers here, it isn't me, it isn't Lady Bo, it's the guys in chat. And we'll find out what they think of British food after my argument in a few minutes. Ravdos says, it's like Rob takes it personally. I do take it personally. British food is delicious, y'all. To use the American vernacular. It's delicious. Guys, you just haven't eaten the right British food. You go to London, you think that's Britain. It's not Britain. The real, that's like saying Barcelona or Madrid is Spain. Actually, saying London is England is like saying Barcelona is Spain. You know, it's not. You know what I mean? It's just one place. And London is a very cosmopolitan city. It's just not the same. Did you ever have fish and chips in London, Lady Bo?
Yes.
Was it as good as the fish and chip?
No way.
Exactly. To taste the real thing, you need to go to a place that isn't so much of a tourist attraction.
To the north.
Well, not just the north. I mean, yeah, the north.
I mean, yeah.
God's country, as we call it. You know, it proves the. You know what? If you are a religious person, for me, I'm not a religious person, I'm an atheist, but one of the things, if he was real, the one thing that really proves the humility of Jesus Christ is that having the option to have been born in Yorkshire, he chose somewhere else. You know, that's humility, folks. That's humility. Yeah, no, you need to get out of London. When you go to visit England, anywhere else, literally anywhere else, you know, the north is amazing. We have amazing food. Also, if you're going to try Indian cuisine or even a tikka masala, which, believe it or not, is a British dish, the best place to have it is Manchester's Curry Mile in Rusholme or anywhere in the city of Bradford, where I'm from. And we have some of the best Indian food in the world, man. In fact, we went to an award-winning Indian restaurant when we were
Yeah,
there.
that was really good.
Yeah. If you want to have a pub lunch, don't go to a pub in London. I mean, if that's your thing. You're only in London, fine. Go to a carvery. Literally anywhere else in the world. A Cornish pasty, which is kind of like an empanada in Spain. It's not quite a pie for my American friends. It's like a wrap. It's wrapped in pastry. Delicious. Guys, you're just missing out on some amazing food. Don't believe an out-of-date stereotype. Look, I'm still. Look, I'll tell you the results later, but I'm still trying to sell you on it. Ladybug for Queen, Rob for Chef, says Trusky. I forgot to vote, says Gandalf. I would have voted. Well, I don't want any clues in the podcast, but I will let everybody, all the podcast listeners, know the result in about 20 minutes. You don't have long to wait. You've got some fun stuff between now and then. Speaking of cuisine, how was your KFC? I'll be honest, the KFC made me... I over-ordered. I ordered a KFC last night. I ordered KFC. It was to make me feel better because I was missing Ladybug.
Oh, yeah.
So I ordered a KFC, and it kind of made me a little bit ill. I ate too much, I think.
My lentils were better,
Your
right?
lentils were better. That's the thing, right? I actually mean what I said there. I could understand any Spaniard laughing when I say British cuisine is as good as anywhere in the world. Because Spain sets a really high bar. Because Spanish food is incredible. That's why that's why 16% of the top chefs in the world come from Spain. And the best chef in the world right now, David Munoz, is Spanish. Do you know what I mean? They have amazing cuisine over here. I mean, just amazing. Amazing. But again, you'd be hard-pressed to find a country like England with the variety. That we've got. I mean, it's incredible. Anyway, let's continue. Ravdos says, speaking of cuisine... Yeah, so my KFC made me feel a little ill. My eyes were bigger than my stomach, I think. Rafelka, I suck at British cuisine, and it's not my fault. Nuria Tam, we touched your heart with our opinion, says Nuria Tam. A little bit. It's okay. But you know what, guys? Everyone thinks the same. It's not just you. You're a reflection of the wider world in general. And all I'm trying to do is tell people, look, it's not so bad. Now just zoom in on Ladybug and you got it. Says, you need to go to a chippy, a proper chippy, which is what we in the UK would call a fish and chip shop. That was the first thing we did when we got to my hometown,
Yes.
right, Ladybug?
Mm-hmm.
Went straight to a chippy. Oh, I believe you and your outdated stereotype, says Gandalf. Did UK have its own cuisine before World War One? Yeah, of course it did. Of course it obviously it didn't include tikka masala. But you know, many of the dishes that we tout today, the spotted dick, toad in the hole, Yorkshire pudding, cheddar cheese, bangers and mash, meat pies, those have existed for centuries. But through the Second World War and after the Second World War, while rationing was still in place, the rationing in the UK was really strict. So anyone visiting the UK through that time, towards the end of the war when travelling to Europe was cheap, or even through Europe, they would have experienced a really bland and not a very representative version of British food. I mean, look, guys, you go one day and go to a carvery, which is like a big pub, a big pub that is more focused on food, and get a roast dinner, and you'll change your minds. I'm here to change hearts and minds, guys. I'll give it another try, Rob. Maybe next time is better, although that will be easy. Give him a ProBoh approved.
ProBoh approved.
I appreciate your humour, whatever. Why does the UK have such a variety? It's because they conquered everyone and took their food and art. All right, another ProBoh approved.
ProBoh approved.
I've never had spotted dick. Sounds like something to go to the doctor about. Some penicillin will clear that right up. Okay, guys, let's go to 100 humans. Oh my God, guys, a long walk to work today across snow-capped mountains and through river valleys, and on that walk I encountered 100 humans, and I asked them all a question. I asked them to name a place they go to pick up a new joke. So where do you go to hear or to find a new joke, or a joke you've never heard before? I asked them that question. They give me their answers. I have the 7 most popular answers right here. Your job in the chat is to identify the top 7 answers. All right, let's go. Ravdos is kicking us off, as per usual, with a comedy club. A comedy club. Is it there? Yes, it is. Well done. Comedy club is there. It's in 5th place, with 8 of the 100 humans saying a comedy club. All right, let's continue. Any given father, any dad. Yeah, dad jokes are renowned for being bad, though. Come on. Is any father a father? Is it there? No, it's not. Sorry. A joke book. A joke book. Do joke books even exist now? I remember when I was a kid, I had tons of joke books. Did you ever have a joke book as a young person? Oh, man. Yeah. I had tons of them. A joke book. Is it there? No, it's not. Sorry. Gandalf says the internet. The internet. The place to find new jokes or jokes you'd never heard before. The internet. Is it there? Yes, it is. Well done. 14 of the 100 humans said the internet, and it's in 2nd place. Well done, well done. All right, dressing rooms. Oh, man. Yeah, definitely. I've heard most of the Spanish jokes I've heard were in dressing rooms in gyms.
See?
Yeah. And not clean ones. Not ones you can tell outside the dressing room. Is dressing rooms there? No, it's not. Sorry. Rafelka says church. Where do you go to hear a new joke? Church. Is it there? No, it's not. An elementary school, says Gandalf. An elementary school, really? Is it there? No, it's not. Okay, guys, you need to step it up a little bit. Nuritam says school. Just any school. A little bit more kind of a wider answer. Is it there? No, it's not. Oh, man. I'm gonna have to give you guys some clues. Gandalf says TV. TV. Is it there? Yes, it is. Well done. It's in 4th place, TV, with 9 of 100 humans. Gandalf says radio. Radio. No, it's not there. Unless you're listening to the ProBoh Show or the Lunchtime Show. We bring the funny every day. All right, what's next? A family gathering from family. From family. A family gathering, says Rafelka. Is it there? No, it's not. Oh. Okay, Ravdos says buddies, friends. Is friends there? Gandalf says friends as well. Is it there? Yes, it is. Well done. 4 of 100 humans said friends. It's in 7th place. Nuriatam, a funeral. I don't know what funerals you guys are going to, but damn. They're not the funniest of places for me. Okay, funeral. A funeral. Is it there? No, it's not. Oh my God, guys. Okay, you're going to need some help. I can see it. Okay, 6th place. 6th place. This is, you'd go to one of these, a comedy festival or a concert, says Gandalf. Okay. No, it's not there. Okay, these gatherings, people are usually drinking, dancing, listening to music. What's the word for that? One of those things. Watching stand-up, we've had that one, that comedy club, Gandalf. Ooh, okay, Nuriatam says a pub or a bar, right? A pub or a bar. It's there. Well done. Gandalf said a bar too. Okay, so Ravdos, Gandalf, and Nuriatam all say bar or pub. Is it there? Yes, it is. Well done. 38 of the 100 humans said bar, and it's in first place. Well done, you guys. Oh, my God. All right, next one. This is an obligation. This is the third most popular answer, where probably most of us hear our jokes, in all honesty. It's how God punished Adam. Or how God punished Vin Diesel. Say what you like about Vin Diesel. Great haircut. Ladyboy is straight out of the gate saying work, office. Nuritam says workplace and job. All right, let's see. Is it there? Is work there? Yes, it is. It's in third place with 14 of 100 humans saying workplace. Okay, I'm going to take Chusky Trusky's nightclub and I'm going to give it to him. Although it says party. Well, that's kind of the same thing, isn't it? You're dancing, listening to music. Party. Well done, Chusky. That's the sixth most popular answer with 5 of 100 humans saying party. All right, let's go through the list. I asked 100 humans to name a place where you go to hear or to steal a new joke. In position number 7, Friends. You'd steal a new joke or find a new joke from Friends. In position number 6, a party. You know, you go to a party, you go to a nightclub, you're dancing, people are telling jokes. Okay, in position number 5 is comedy club. You go to a comedy club. Obviously, right? That's where all the jokes are happening. Okay, in position number 4 is TV. You'd hear a new joke or you'd steal, you'd find a new joke watching TV. 9 of 100 humans said that. In position number 3 was work, where I normally hear a joke that I haven't heard before. There's always one guy in an office, right? That is all the jokes. In position number 2 was the internet. The internet. That's where you got to find a new joke, guys. Thank God we're not at the time anymore where people email jokes to you. Do you remember that?
Yeah.
Like when you were, or at least I don't know how long ago, maybe like 10, 15 years ago, where your inbox would be full of your uncle's jokes. At least they can just... That's the one thing social media has done really good for us, really done well for us, is given people a place to put them that is not my email inbox. Okay, and in first place, position number 1 was bar. Well done, guys. Oh my God. Yeah. Well done to Ravdos, Nuriatam and Gandalf. Bar. That was it. All right, let's go to complete the news.
Complete the news.
All right, here we go. Complete the news. Okay, this is a very easy section. Here we go. I will give you a news headline with some important information missing. Your job is to complete the news. If you're watching the show and you're too nervous to type and participate, this is your moment. All you have to write is A, B, or C. All right, here we go. First piece of news. Actually, let me read the chat first because things are happening. He only reads the first 3 words of anything and loses the plot after that. Yeah, because when there's so many... it's you know, I know you said that as a joke, Gandalf, but it's true. That's exactly what I do. I mean, it's a lot to concentrate on, man. It's a lot to concentrate on. Oh, and thank you for that follow. My God, you rock. All right, here we go. It's true. There's a lot to concentrate on, so I look at the first surface level few words and then I move on. Yes, maybe he's still hurt by our opinion about British cuisine.
Absolutely.
You guys don't know anything, whatever. Okay, complete the news. You were wrong. There we go. Next one. Okay, next one. No, first one. Here we go. So, complete the news. I give you a news headline. I leave out some information, and I'll give you 3 options. All you have to write is A, B, or C. Here we go. Trial over a death at a Colorado strip club. Trial over a death at a Colorado strip club is delayed after blank. How do you say strip club in Spanish?
Club de striptease.
Club de striptease.
Striptease.
Striptease, okay. Sounds like you're not confident in what the club actually does. Club de striptease? All right. Trial. Okay, so they're in court over the death. A strip club, Club de Striptease in Colorado, and it's delayed for a reason, for some reason. But why? Here we go. Is it A, because it's discovered that the judge is a patron of the place? Is the judge a patron of this strip club? Is it B, because one of the jurors works there? Because one of the jurors, it's found that one of the jurors works there. Or is it C, one of the lawyers ended up dying there too? Is it because one of the lawyers died there as well? Okay, trial over the death at a Colorado strip club delayed after blank. A, B, or C? Is it A, it's discovered that the judge is a patron? B, it's discovered that a juror works there? Or C, one of the lawyers died there too? Ooh, A, B, or C? Apparently, I don't know. I'm just going to guess, but our new follower is suggesting that I look like River Plate.
Kind of.
Kind of. He's doing a good Rob impression, whatever. I like his look. He's a stylish man, whatever. Let's move on. A, B, or C? Okay. Oof, wow, everyone's saying C here, except for Rafelka. I salute you. Rafelka saying B, that one of the jurors worked there. Okay, here we go. Let's get a drum roll, Ladyball. Trial over the death at a Colorado strip club delayed after a key lawyer dies there too. Oh my God. So much death in a strip club. Steve Long defending Shotgun Willie. That's the name of the place. Shotgun Willie, my God. Steve Long defending Shotgun Willies over the death of Randall Wright in 2019 is found dead after an evening at the club earlier this month. Steve Long was defending the strip club in a lawsuit alleging it was liable for the death of Randall Wright, a customer, 3 years ago. The case was supposed to go on trial on the 7th of November, but the lawyer defending the strip club died there too. Guys, don't go to Shotgun Willie's, whatever you do, in Colorado. It's dangerous. Maybe instead of shotgun, make it like Nivea cream, face cream Willie's. Or something like less dangerous. Teddy bear Willie's. I don't know, whatever. Okay, piece of news number 2. Here we go. Ooh. I don't understand anything. I'm from Argentina. Well, you're doing really well. You're doing really well.
Yeah.
Welcome. Ravdos, killing your attorney, not likely to help your case. No. There is no way Shotgun Willie's is winning that case now, is there? Rafelka, how many clients die there? I don't know, but it sounds like a lot, doesn't it? Call the place, I don't know, Mattress Willie's. Just something a little less murdery would be nice. Okay, piece of news number 2. This one's coming from infidelpro.com. Here we go. Woman sues an Arizona city over her arrest for blank. So a woman sues Arizona city over her arrest. So she feels she was wrongfully arrested. But what was she arrested for? Was it A, feeding the homeless? B, killing pigeons in the park? Or was it C, stealing her own car back from a thief? So stealing the car she had stolen back from the thief. There you go. Woman sues an Arizona city over her arrest for blank. Is it A, feeding homeless people? B, killing pigeons in the park? Or C, stealing her own car back from a thief? Ooh, everyone's voting. I'm seeing A's, 1B, a lot of C's. Ravdos, I salute you, sir, for saying feeding homeless people. Only one who said that. Only one person, only Nuryatan brave enough to say killing pigeons in the park. Everyone else has said C. Let's get a drum roll. Woman sues an Arizona city over her arrest for feeding homeless people. How do you arrest someone for feeding homeless people?
Yeah.
I mean, come on, dude. What would Jesus do, guys? Arizona, come on. An Arizona city has been sued by a former restaurant owner over her arrest for feeding homeless people. Bullhead City officials claim that Norma Thornton, 78 years old, arrested a 78-year-old woman for feeding homeless people. Jeez Louise. Violated an ordinance that forbade the offering of home-cooked meals in a city park without a permit. Oh my God. Poor Norma. Norma for mayor of Bullhead City. Okay, guys, that's all the complete the news you're gonna get. So our poll on the unpopular opinion: British cuisine. British cuisine is just as good as any other national cuisine. Ladybone, no, naughty. How did people vote? Can we get a drum roll, Ladybone? 86% of you said no. It's not. How can you think that?
Sorry.
Yeah. How can you think that British food is that's literally just saying that it's the worst in the world. It is not the worst in the world. You guys. Look at Ladybug, how happy she is. It's not fair. In this country, it's not the first time, sadly. Yeah, I've heard that. There's some really, there's some anti-homeless laws that are quite bad like that. Look, guys, sadly, that's all we've got time for. You guys need to go and try some British food. So I'm going to leave you. Guys, we'll be back on Sunday for our Halloween special at 8 p.m. Ladies and gentlemen, a lot of things you could be doing today. Instead of doing those things, you're here with me, and it means the world. I will see you next time.